It's your favorite couple's favorite couple, as they say. Relationships, love, and laughter after I do. It's your man Royale Watkins and this beautiful.
Tired wife.
Why are you tired?
Because I'm pulled in a million directions. I'm exhausted.
Well, you pull in this direction for right now. I think I'm gonna take my glasses. Drink a Red Bull, goddaggit. You had all last night to take a nap.
Do you know I worked 75 hours this week? I'm
exhausted.
My God. It's going to take more than 8 hours to
I work 75 hours.
I do. I work 75 hours every week.
Every week? How you work 75 hours every week?
Since I've been working. We shoot 15, 16 hours a day. You do the math.
Oh, my God.
I was 74 last week. This week got to be 76.
Okay. Well, then that means you should bring home some 76-hour-a-week money.
I wish.
You should have something a little extra for the pot.
In it.
All up in your money?
All up in my money.
Okay, well, I'm glad to have you here today. How about that?
That's fine.
All right, what's up, everybody? We're here. We posted something earlier today. The top 3. Well, that just goes to show that you're not involved because I posted something. All right, now the jig is up.
Hey.
I was trying to be inclusive.
I don't know what you posted.
Well, you should. You should be reading the comments so that way you're informed that you can join the conversation and be informed.
I don't have the luxury of reading the posts like you do.
Well, you have to create the luxury.
Just go.
Don't hit me in the back of my head. All right, so I posed the question earlier, the top 3 reasons that married couples get divorced. So you guys can feel free to weigh in. I'm going to take a second right now to tell you that I was really surprised. The reoccurring top 3 ones just seem to be. Let me
see if I know.
Yeah, you didn't even read. Yeah, what do you think?
Money, cheating.
Tashana said she paused her movie and her drinking for us. That is absolutely hilarious.
Cheating.
And
lack of communication.
Wow. Like ding, 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 ding.
But what else is there?
No. Listen, you hit them right on the nose. All 3 of them. All 3 of them.
What else could it be? Oh, usually people just say, you know what? I don't like you no more amicably. That usually doesn't happen. That percent is probably 2%. Everything else.
Marley said trust, communication, and sex. More than a couple people said sex.
Lack of sex?
Yeah, lack of sex or just the wrong setup.
I get that.
Rachel Eskew said her husband ignores her. Is that like healthy? What is that about, Rachel?
That might be a good thing.
Why does your husband ignore you?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
No, let's address real issues. Again, cheating was the reoccurring thing.
Number 1.
Cheating.
Ding,
I don't know if
ding.
What?
I just said ding ding.
Oh,
for cheating.
Yeah, cheating. Communication. And
drugs. That's a good one. I did not think about that. But substance abuse, whether porn, drugs, alcohol. There are a lot of different abuses other than drugs.
This is true. But again, I'm divorcing. Yep, those are the top 3.
Yep.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about which one you want to start with.
I don't care.
Money, cheating, communication.
Money.
Let's talk about the money. Because the money leads to... Do you want to address this or you want me to address?
Lack of money makes you depressed. Then you get angry.
Yep.
Then nobody want to talk to each other.
Then that break in the communication, boy.
Because love cannot conquer all. They say that, but in reality, it's not paying your rent. Love is not paying your car payment. It's not doing all the things essential to even love and be in love. So you have to be able to provide on some note.
Hold on. Samantha said baby mama drama. We're going to come back to that one because that is that's like, if that one's in 4th or 5th, them exes that you have children by who don't want to see you happy in your new relationship could be a huge problem.
That's true.
And I've heard so many people talk about that.
Baby drama,
daddy drama too.
Exactly.
But it's usually 90.
None of that.
I had 0 baby daddy drama.
We had a good, smooth transition.
Knock on wood, because anything could happen.
He don't bother us.
And we don't bother. That's right. Keep it simple. No, but I would have, to me,
Yeah, he's
excellent
fine. But
communication. He's cool.
We love his mother, so it's like you've been a good baby daddy.
Who?
You.
I'm not a baby daddy.
No,
I'm a father. I'm not a step anything.
Well,
Joey.
Know what I mean.
Joey's in the other room.
I know, but you know what I'm saying. It could have been worse.
I ain't no damn stepfather. I had this boy.
At 8 years old?
Yeah.
You gave birth at 8.
Exactly. I'm 23, 24, running around with a damn 8-year-old.
Trying to explain.
Joey, your mother gonna tell me I've been a good stepfather. How she sound?
Well,
come here, Joey, for a second.
You know what I mean.
No, but this is a real issue for me because
I know if his real dad calls Joey.
No. That's their business. I don't got nothing to do with that.
You got upset about something.
Yeah, this is the oldest. So I don't know if y'all ever saw Joey on camera. Maybe you've seen him. You've seen him in pictures.
Something happened.
But come
recently.
on, hold on, come in now. He be weighing in on stuff. He might be watching this. Be like,
it's like, why?
Well, homie, slow down, homie. We got this over here. So
he was catching feelings too. He was like,
nah, I don't catch feelings. Hey, listen.
Royce is like pops off.
Hey, listen. Feelings. Whatever makes Joey happy is what we roll with. It ain't like that at all. I know my position.
Right.
But I had Joey since he was 8, so I've never been stepdad.
I know.
But I say that because there's so many people who come into these relationships establishing themselves as step, and I think that creates like a gap in between the relationship. They feel like they're not completely whole, and I don't,
Yeah, you've never used that?
No. So, yeah, Joey with that garbage cowboy shirt on, but that's what we had to get him out of here.
On you.
No, there wasn't nobody on him. But, so let's get back to the point of what we were talking about. There are a ton of relationships that don't work out.
Right.
And it creates this separation where grown folks are still in feelings and holding resentment and creating these relationships where kids don't get the necessary attention that they need in order to be successful.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
We're going back to money.
No, yeah. So let's go back to number one.
And
money.
Too much money. You could be in a relationship where y'all don't have any money and y'all strive together, win the lottery or come into a lot of money. And then one person gets too crazy and start doing stuff outside the marriage because now they have extra money to buy girls this or do that. So lack of money and maybe too much money too fast. You know what I mean? But the lack of money is probably number one because not too many people.
Oh, listen, X just joined the conversation. X, get on your job, man. Start administrating. That's my man, Xander.
So lack of money because the loving is great. Everything is great. But y'all, the rent is due. Y'all getting evicted. Cars getting repoed. That's a lot of stress. And then you feel like,
We've been there.
I'm good. I could do this on my own. So they separate instead of trying to build something so they could, get to a level where they can actually stay together because money is not is not the end all be all. But when you're struggling, boy, and you don't have no money,
because listen, here's the thing, Marley. I see you said gambling can be an issue too, but that falls under addiction. So we'll put that on the list probably at 6 or 7. In-laws. Somebody just said in-laws. That's definitely in the top 10 because we're fortunate. Your peoples love me.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
But I've heard some. I don't have nothing against your family.
No, I'm just saying we're both.
Love your dad. Ooh,
I know. My father was a godsend.
Your mother, I like her.
Oh my God. You know what?
Hey, Mom.
Keep playing.
I love your dad, boy. Woo!
Okay, so money. Let me just weigh in about money because when you don't have money, it has a ripple effect when you can't pay the bills and things start getting turned off, and then it creates a hostile environment where you guys are at each other's throat because one person has an expectation that the other person should be able to cover something, and things start getting repossessed, and then you have to ask yourself, well, why are we together?
Right, I could do this on my own.
I could go be a struggle by my damn self. Right. And God help you if you start looking outside of the relationship for people to support you. If you got an ex that's gonna, let me send you $200 or $300, then that starts to exacerbate the problem
Right.
because it
right.
creates tension when one person finds out. So, yes, money can be a real issue.
Yes.
All right, so number 2. What's number 2?
Communication.
Communication. Oh, my goodness.
Well, we
Well,
talk about that all the time.
communicate,
So
but it's
I
in the
think
top 3. That we've covered that one fairly well.
We covered it, hit it. We know what it is.
Listen, when all else fails, the communication has to be in play.
Right.
Like, you have to be able to have those painful conversations.
Mm-hmm.
You have to you cannot. I know an attorney friend of mine said that he and his wife made a rule that they would never go to bed angry at each other. Right? So if there was something on the table, it had to be discussed and resolved before they went to sleep. Now,
good.
they are very
Let me
good
tell you
because
something.
that is not how we get down. We have gone to bed a many a night.
Woo.
Crunchy, and crunchy. Boy, let me tell you something. When I get in that bed and I'm funky,
Yeah.
when I'm hostily upset, I'm gonna tell you something. I get some of the best rest because one.
Oh, you and me both.
I'm gonna tell you why, because I know we ain't gonna have sex, so I have nothing to think about, nothing to look forward to. The only thing I'm going to consider is going to sleep, and I go all the way to sleep.
Oh, I know, me too. I love it. I'm like, yes, I'm upset that we're not speaking, but I know I'm gonna get some rest. I ain't gotta think about you tugging on me, asking me nothing.
Nope.
Joey, close your ears.
They ain't thinking about you. Come on, stay
Joey?
focused. Yeah, when I'm crunchy, I'm crunchy. I will tell you that right now. I ain't even gonna front. But I've learned that does not help the situation at all.
No, I don't
like you can't walk around 2-3 days not speaking to your spouse. The person you got to get stuff done with. You got to be big enough to come to the table, and if you were wrong, if you need to apologize, if you need to ask for forgiveness, you just need to come to the table and do that.
Right. That's hard though.
It's a challenge, but
they lean up. Oh my God.
Okay, just ask me to lean up. All of that.
I know you love me, but Jesus.
Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes.
Okay, so communication. We get the communication. We can talk about that for an hour. What was the last one?
The last one was infidelity, cheating.
Woo!
Now that's the tough one.
That's a heater. Because you're probably cheating because of the money and lack of communication. So it is what is that called?
Hey, Kaz, I see you.
It's just...
that one. But what is that? You have to ask yourself, what is cheating about? What is it?
Because you're not getting something that you need. So if it's the money, you might be out
there. And the other question is, what is cheating? So like a lot of people say, oh, sex is cheating. If you have intercourse with another person, then that's cheating, right? But what if you're on the phone with somebody and you develop an intimate relationship that does not involve sex? Is that cheating?
Absolutely. You remember I had a rule, you can't talk to nobody more than 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
That's a girl. A female.
I've been cheating. Lord, we should be in divorce court.
You know what I mean. But y'all can't be laying up there telling each other problems and, trying to help them out and solve that and let's meet for drinks and let me help you. Woe is me. Negative.
So here's a question that Net Taylor said, can you get beyond the cheating if everything else improves? How do you get over the hump with infidelity? How do you get over the hump? If there's anybody that has been through it, that has come back to the table and said, because there's a lot at stake in these marriages, there's so much at stake.
Every situation is different. Was it somebody on a business trip and they met somebody and it was 5 minutes and you never talked to them again? I think it's the emotional cheating that kills me. I think I could probably...
What do you mean emotional cheating?
When y'all in each other's head and you love her and she loves you and it's a connection. Y'all got y'all song. Y'all doing what we do.
A song? Oh my God!
Like
who
y'all
does
got
that?
A theme song. Things like that. When you first meet somebody, everybody has a song. We have a song. I have Michelle and Degacello outside outside your door. That's when I hear that, I think about when we first started dating. Everybody has a song. There's something that comes on that clicks and reminds you, and they could call you or text you it a couple of words, and you like, that's our
You're
song.
already right there.
Right. So I'm saying that emotional, that wham bam.
Okay, hold on. This is Vonda Scale says cheating is anything you do behind your spouse's back that they aren't aware of and will not accept or approve of.
Bingo. Because if you told me you was doing something with somebody, I mean, if I said, you probably know the things that I would not agree to. So
I definitely know the stuff you wouldn't appreciate.
So those things that you do behind my back, that's cheating. Like he's lending X's money.
We don't have to go there. That's old news.
But that's so stupid. Like, if you would have asked me, you wouldn't have gotten in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, because I would have said no, and then she wouldn't have had the money. But you thought it was cool to give her the money, and then you got busted.
I did get busted. God
Men,
wanted you to know about that money.
Men are so stupid. And it's not like it was a big amount, but he left the cancel check in the car. In plain sight. I didn't even have to snoop. It was right there.
I don't have nothing to hide.
Yeah, I know you weren't hiding it, but you did not tell me or ask because your money is, say it, my money. And I would not have given it to your ex. Not that ex. There's a couple of ex that I really, I'm okay with, but not that one.
Who you cool with?
Babe.
Just tell me so I know, because them the ones I'll move them up in the ladder.
So okay. That cheating is that for me it's the emotional, not the I hit it for 5 minutes. She don't even live here. I don't even talk to her. I don't know her name. I think people are human beings, and I'm not saying you have a past. I'm just saying that probably would be a easier hump to get over.
Quenisha said, "Was done in the dark will come to the light."
Somebody
Hello. Hallelujah.
Like, I love her and I love you. Goodbye. If I ever heard those words, I promise you, I'll probably take you out. Like, that is the hardest thing to accept. Because seriously, I know I'm getting off subject, but I think Chris Brown loves Rihanna and he loves Karrueche. That is a terrible position to be in. And that's why Rihanna keeps going back, but then she realizes he loves Karrueche just as much. And you can't love two people.
Hold on. Karrueche and Rihanna.
I'm just saying.
Let's talk about Dionne Warwick and Melba Moore or something. Let's grow this up a little bit.
Were they in love with the same people?
No, I'm just saying, get two people that I can relate to.
Well, I'm just saying, they're young, like how we were. That love matters. Love matters. It doesn't matter how old you are. I'm just saying, even though it's a messed up situation.
So, okay, but for you, so you're saying that you would be more upset. You would have a problem with the emotional attachment and relationship to another woman more so than the physical act of,
yes.
Oh, he just got some head, or, hit that from the back real quick and then came home and, took you to Hawaii.
Yes.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah, that emotional stuff is too much, because that's when, now she's emotionally involved, and there's expectations, are you going to leave your wife, and you contemplating, and y'all having this great sex or whatever. And deep down, you're not going anywhere. Now this person's stalking me and want to kill me. No. That emotional, that's why people get messed up. You can't mess with people.
Carla says sex is the least thing that you should be, on the cheating ladder. It's not the sex, it's the connecting to somebody emotionally.
Absolutely.
Stephen McMillan said, just talk about it and get over it. Listen, bro, it ain't just getting over it. It ain't even...
Yeah. Oh, I don't know who...
Excuse me. You know what it is? Because somebody else said it's like what happens when you cheat is that you break the trust. And when you lose trust, when you have to lay next to somebody that you're not completely certain you can trust that person,
thinking about what they did.
Absolutely. And then it's like, okay, what are they doing now that they are away from you? And that becomes the bigger problem.
Yeah, you can't live your life. You're so worried about what they're doing. And I could not live like that. No,
but here's the other thing. Here's a factor too. What I find with
Jocelyn, I love you too.
What I find with the infidelity piece is that so many people are in relationships where they're not completely representing themselves. They don't have the ability to communicate. They won't say to their spouse, oh, this is what I'm interested in. I'll tell you all the time what I'm interested in with no reservations. Like, and if you can't do it, then I'll say, well, what can you do that's close to that or some version of that? Why are you eye rolling?
I'm listening.
Is this true or not?
It's true.
Okay, so like I think people have to be more. Another one. Stop playing. We're trying to have a real conversation.
Because you're a lot.
Yes, I am a lot, but I would rather be a lot with you than to put us in a situation where I'm emotionally connected to somebody.
I wish you would.
I wish you would.
Don't get hurt. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not going to emotionally connect to somebody. I can't. It's not even a factor. I'm so connected to you, huh? I don't have nothing left to connect.
Keep talking. Oh, that bull crap. Keep going.
No, but that's I'm just saying is people have to be more open. Again, it goes back to the communication piece. They're so afraid to say what they really want for fear of, their spouse getting upset and killing them or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I get it. Bottom line, this thing called marriage is no joke. It's heavy, but you can make it work. You know what I mean? It's rewarding, it's fulfilling, but you have to do the work no matter what. We could talk about this too with Gray. It is a lot of work.
But doesn't it always come back to that? People got to be willing to do the work. And I pose this because, again, I don't know how people get divorced, right? I know how to get divorced, but it really has to be a lot. I'm like, I ask myself, what could it take for me to get divorced?
We would get to the point where we're both stubborn because it takes a lot. I'm not saying this lightly. It takes a lot to do the work. And sometimes people get so tired. You don't want to do the work. It looks easier or it feels easier to just say, I'm good. You good? I'm leaving. Like, it's heavy. You got the kids, you got the bills, you got the decisions, you got when you're free and maybe start dating, everything's light, and maybe you're not the marrying type. Maybe you just don't want to do all that communicating all the damn time.
All right, let me ask
you. But if you're married, you have to do it.
So Tashawn said, oh my God, I wish y'all would have an in-person discussion about this. We used to be swingers. It's not always cut and dry. So you said used to be, Tashana. What was the challenge? What was more than anything else? Yes. So I'm just curious about that because, again.
Are y'all still married?
Yes, Tashana, are y'all still married and used to swing, or what's the?
That's a lot.
Give us a little bit more information because, again, there's a lot of people that can't have that conversation. Like, I appreciate a couple that can get to that space,
right,
and be comfortable with themselves and happy, and continue to grow their relationship. Really, and you gotta know what you want, and you gotta be willing to make your own rules. This was another thing that people were saying. Wait, when two people just that's when you divorce. All right, so a lot of people saying too, you have to not let other people make the rules for your marriage.
Right.
Do you know how many women are married and have their mothers informing their relationship and telling them what to do?
Imagine that. It happens every day. Every day. Your mother should not be telling you what to do. You need to get her out seriously and do what makes you and your husband or your spouse
and how many friends?
You could listen every now and then, but stop going to your mother.
How many friends, though? How many female friends?
Stop letting people
who are single too. Single too, mostly, right?
Yeah.
Informing your dad got all the answers.
And they single.
And can't keep a man. And you sitting there listening to her. Girl, I tell you, and can't keep a man to save her life. But
Prayer
she got all the
right. Got all the answers, as my grandfather would say. You got all the answers. Right. Yes, Vonda. Exactly.
Wait, hold on. So Belinda said, me too. I'm going through a divorce now, and I fought for mine. It was just too much when he wouldn't step up. Woo. Listen, you can't fight somebody. You can't fight the person that's supposed to be your better half.
Exactly.
You can't be in a car with somebody riding 65, 70 miles while they trying to open the door and jump out. Because you'll never get where you're trying to go. Mm-mm. And that's the other thing. Y'all got to be in a relationship and have a full common understanding about where you're trying to go.
Right.
This got to be a journey of two people trying to get to the same damn destination.
Absolutely.
You pull
better
a car,
preach.
you go in one direction, you pull a car over and they jump in the driver's seat and start heading the other damn direction, you never gonna get nowhere.
Right. Right. That's a good analogy.
I
Right.
can't, every once in a while I slip
You pull a good
outside.
one out. You pull a good one. But right, if that person is not emotionally ready to do, meet you to halfway, I don't know how long you stay stagnant in that, middle ground before the other person just says, "I'm good, I'm walking away." It's a lot of work. I say it every day. We laugh, we joke,
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry not to cut you off. Kyra said, when you and your spouse get into an argument, you run and tell your damn family. Y'all fix it, and now your family's still in their feelings. They don't get over it.
It happened to us in the beginning. I would tell my friends, my one girlfriend looked me in the face and said, "Listen here, stop telling me when y'all argue, because what you forget to do is tell me
When
y'all
y'all
done
made
made
up.
up.
Yep.
So now she on my side. Yeah, girl." I'm like, "Oh, no, boo, we back." What? When we get back? So that was a lesson I learned. How long we been together? 21?
How long we been together?
About 19 years ago, my girlfriend, Tisha, was like, "Stop telling me, because y'all eventually get back and you forget to tell me, and I'm thinking we out and you single and you back with Royale."
Whoa.
She
Hold
was
on,
smart
hold
to
on.
tell me that
Hold
many
on,
years
hold
ago.
on. So Renee said you got to let the man be the man and lead. I find we as women of color are too independent and we scare men off because we're too strong and don't let them be men. I don't know what the hell that is about. I don't agree with that at all. Any man that has a problem with a woman being strong and independent isn't ready to be in a relationship.
That's not what she's saying. She's
No.
saying it's on the woman's side to let her guards down and let him lead you.
Listen,
I'm a very strong woman. I will give you all the responsibility.
Yeah, but that's listen. No. Hold on.
No, I
But
hear
that's
what
I
she's
think
saying.
now I hear you hearing what she's saying. But what I'm going to respond to that is that a lot of these men have to allow women to be partners in these relationships, and I think that women see that's a very slippery slope.
Yeah, but that's not what she said.
Okay, but I'm just going to address this differently.
Okay.
It's a very slippery slope because you have a ton of men who get into these relationships and have an expectation that women are supposed to suppress everything that they can bring to the table for the sake of, like, oh, you the man, so I'm supposed to suppress what my abilities are, my leadership qualities, and all of these other things.
You know what? I think that's wrong on the man, because he probably met her here, and and he's here. You can't expect her to dummy down.
But this is, that's what the hell I just said.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, when you get into a relationship, now if you're here and you help her come here, you can't get mad that you got I'm just saying, Oprah in the making, and you don't realize that all of a sudden she's here. You got to be the same strong man to be able to support her, and she has risen above you. You understand what I mean?
Hey, listen.
Because
all I'm saying is, when you come to the table, I've always treated you as a 50% partner. I've never asked you to,
and it could be vice versa too.
Yeah, it could be.
Sometimes, I am the head of the household. You know what I'm saying?
What? You ain't never been the head of the household. Babe, shut the hell up. Babe, you ain't never been the head of the household.
Babe, I did have a job and you wasn't working for like a year.
Okay, you still wasn't that.
I was the head of the household.
So you was the breadwinner for a year.
Who's paying the?
You was the breadwinner for a year.
Somebody forget 2010? Yes.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Sometimes you're not always here, but and as soon as you got there, what I do? I quit. I was like, peace out.
So there was a year. So there was a year where my work was slow, and you was working, and you was bringing in the income, and you have the house down.
I mean, it used to be on
killing
Facebook.
yourself.
I was like, yo, I don't like working, I did it for 10 months, and then you got back. I was like, you know what? Here's this little resignation letter. I'll see y'all, my baby back. But that wasn't my passion. It was just a job. I'm doing my passion. I don't mind working 80 to 90 hours a week.
Oh, hold on. My man Wade just joined the conversation. This is my little bro. He got married yesterday, so I want y'all to give my man Wade some love. And his new wife, Katie, probably got him some of that sex last night for what?
Stop. I remember Wade. I met you one time, Wade, when I think Royale, I dropped him off to play golf. And you were so little. Now
Yeah, he's still little.
grown.
Little badass Wade, but he a grown man now, so congratulations, bro. Sorry. All right, back to the conversation.
Okay.
Relationships, love, and laughter. All right, so again, communication, infidelity, what was the third? Money. But the other thing people saying is sex.
Kaz says congratulations.
Kaz. It's Kaz.
That's the way. Oh, everybody's saying congrats.
Yeah, congrats to Wade. Y'all give him some love. Put up some hearts. Throw up some hearts. Give my man some love.
For Wade. Yay.
Kyra says a man should always be the head of the house, but I don't know what that means. I've never. I mean, we
in mind
we assume there are traditional roles in households, right?
Right.
But what does it mean? Like this, I'm confused about that because we fall naturally into certain roles between the two of us, right? I'm a man's man, so there's certain things that's just completely understood. You know, I'm gonna protect you. You know, beyond everything else, I'm going to bust my ass to make sure you guys have and that you're protected, right? That's just what men do. I learned that from my father, right? My father was a man's man. He taught all of us what men should do naturally. These things should come naturally. And there's certain things that women should feel inclined to do because they have a man in the house. I'm not saying a male in the house. I'm saying a man in the house. So these things shouldn't have to be defined and spelled out. They should be natural. Like, you know what I'm going to do naturally when we're together.
Right. And I hear what you're saying because it means like whoever is out working, the decent thing to do is maybe have a meal, maybe have the house straight. And when I was working, he did the grocery shopping, he picked the kids up, the house was clean because he was here. And now we're both working, we both pitch in. The clothes are dirty, he'll grab a load. If I come out, I take the load upstairs, I fold. It's a team effort, you know what I mean? So I don't think it means like the man of the house, you gotta be.
Yeah, but that's a societal rules is bullshit somebody was saying. It's like what society says
it's just having
men
common
should do.
sense.
Yeah, some things are just common
courteous.
sense.
If I'm home all day and it's not because I'm the woman he's making money, the decent thing is, yeah, have him a bite to eat. I don't have to freaking do a 50-course meal, but I'm saying have him a bite to eat. Make sure the house does.
So Jocelyn is the second one that says provider and protector. Like, that's just understood.
Right.
That's just understood. Marley says teamwork makes the dream work. Absolutely. When you have a real life partner, these things, it's just like you do what you have to do for the other person because you want them to be happy, you want them to be taken care of. Again, even Brittany said teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork Entertainment is the name of my production company, by the way. So teamwork is what it is. At the end of the day, you get into a relationship, you vet the person out. Again, it goes back to what we talked about before, which is people jump into these relationships and microwave bake them for a month and a half. And then, we got engaged. You don't even know the damn person. All you know is the person they introduced you to as the representative. You met the representative. You haven't met them yet. Spend some real quality time getting to know the person.
Right. I'm hungry.
I know I'm hungry too. I know. I'm starving you. But look at you. That's all you know. I'm hungry. Food cold, trying to give me a little. I'm going to get you something to eat, baby. I took you out. You had a good dinner last night.
Me out to dinner last night. Me and the boys. We had a
little bit of a date. I took the whole crew out for a little date situation.
We never spend time together. I got a little time off. He took us out. We wanted to do a staycation today, but I watched the babies so Joey and Gabby could go out. Pop watch the baby girl for the
Patrice
first
says, hold
time.
on, what if you make more than your spouse and your spouse can't deal with it? I don't know. Who would have a problem with that?
What?
That's not if April made $500,000 and bought that shit home, I'd be like, go get $600,000. You think I'm gonna have a problem with it?
Why?
That don't even make no sense. Whose ego is so out of a whack? That's not a partnership. Because a partnership doesn't allow room for a man to be in his feelings about how much his wife makes. Who cares?
Who cares? You better be thankful she's making that much money.
Is the universe blessing the relationship with income? Cyclical.
She could be making it now and not tomorrow. Enjoy it while you can. Do what, the things that you have on your list or the things you want to do, go do it. Why does it matter? It's both y'all money. That's how I look at it.
Hey, Chantel said, yeah, men do have a problem with that. I can tell you, I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with it. Sure, I knew that I had to hustle and get back into a space where I could bring in an income, and I did. But this is the situation, and right now my
It's for better
business
for
isn't
worse.
popping.
So when it's at that worst, what you gonna do? Not accept it, be disgruntled, and be home and hate that I'm working? No, lift me up, send me out to work. When I come home, make sure I have something to eat. It's not always going to be, the way you want it, but you have to learn how to
Samantha said, "What's our thoughts on prenups?"
Oh, I mean, if we were in that situation, I understand what they're for. I mean, I think for me, it would have been if he would have asked me to sign one, I would have. I would have, because it's a protection thing, because you can say somebody, things may not work out. You should be able to be, have a living or whatever, but you don't need to take them to the railroad. Excuse me. I would have signed one. But that's why you have an attorney there. You figure out, you don't just sign on the dotted line. What do you want? What do you think is fair? I think it's
Okay,
fine.
Nat Hibbert said, what if your spouse has health issues? It's your spouse. For better or worse. April just said it. It's like you come into these relationships with the intent of loving someone for the rest of their life.
Right. What you want, bail out?
Yeah. I don't, whatever.
I could not live like that. I could not.
People do it though.
Oh, all the time. And you got to understand, you get married and you have children. And sometimes the children have health issues. That's the same thing. You know how many people we saw when we were helping Ross through his things split because of the pressure? It's a lot of pressure. I almost cracked. But you have to, how I wouldn't leave him with the kids. Okay, you know what? Ross got issues. I'm tired. I'm out. Or he didn't do that to me. It's for better, for worse. So when these people get married and everything's so blissful, I don't ever want to pop their bubble, but they gotta know anything can happen. You're about to have children, Down syndrome, all kinds of stuff can happen, autism, just a multitude of things. So you have to be ready. Everybody thinks you have that baby is going to be blissful. Sometimes it's not.
Latoya said, if you need a prenup, you don't need to be married.
I don't think so. I don't think that's true.
I mean, listen.
You got $100 million and you getting married to somebody you're in love with, in quotes, and it don't work out in 2 years. You think they get 50 million? Mm-mm. No, thank you.
Wade just got married. He said him and his girl, they have a system where if one of them hits the wall, the other one picks up the slack. That's all it boils down to. It's like, you hold each other up and hold each other down.
Yeah, no, you got to think about that's, you're thinking about prenup. I don't know if you have money or not, but think about it. Put yourself in those shoes. If you were wealthy and you met someone that was not wealthy and you don't really, people will fool you. There's some good con artists out there. I hope you watch in 48 Hours. There are people that prey on other people. So you really need to cover your bases.
So wait, Stacy says sometimes the pressure is too hard to handle, but you know what? That's the nature of marriage. You'll run into some real issues, and sometimes people get sick. People get cancer. People get in accidents. I mean, what do you know? How many people get in car accidents and different accidents and are married, and their spouse have to take care of them for the rest of their life? That
I did say Snap.
That hold on is love. Because if something happened to April, I'm not going to abandon her. You crazy? If anything happens to this woman, I'm going to be there. If I have to wipe her butt, if I have to freaking clean her glasses, whatever, I'm going to be there 100%.
I see you, Sandria. I know.
I'm going to ask my new girlfriend to help us too. If my new girlfriend had to lift her up, no. No, seriously, it's like that's how we ride for each other. But I don't understand how people don't come into a relationship with those type of intentions. Stop, babe. We're having a real conversation. I know. So again, I just think when you get into a relationship, you need to ask yourself.
That's true.
There's no question about it.
You raised the right way. I always go back to that. People, when I took care of my grandparents and it was back in Jersey. I would have to fly back and forth, and I would, go to the nursing home or wherever they were before I could get them out, because we were trying to figure out travel and everything. Those nurses be like, "You are a good granddaughter. You come from California." I was so upset with that they even said stuff like that. I would be like, "What are you talking about? These are my grandparents. These people took care of me, my mother. They love my boyfriend who was Royale. Like, are you insane? Like, who would not take care of their parents?" But I realized a lot of people don't have it. I don't know. You have to be born with some moral good sense, because they were like, people in the hospital don't see their their siblings, their children. I don't know. It just
Okay, hold on. So Nat Hibbert said, "I work and my husband has health issues and can't work, but he's pushing me away." It's like you got to use communication to get to have a
yeah, he's
conversation with him.
feeling some
Say,
sort of
of
way.
course, it's because as a
He
man,
wants to be
he's
able
in a
to.
space where he wants to be able to
That's where
provide for
you,
you.
as
You
the
have to
wife,
reassure him that it's okay.
that's right, because tomorrow is not promised, and it could be you and him on the other foot. So, hopefully his health will get better where he can provide or pitch in. So just tell him it's just for the moment. It's not. It's a season. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. So let me read this person's comment. This interests me. Gregory said, "Most people do not prepare for marriage." He said, "People prepare for a career. Athletes prepare to compete, but not marriage. Therefore, failure is imminent." But I don't know. Look, I don't know if you can prepare for this. Do you think we could have prepared for this marriage? Well, how do you
Well, what
prepare for it?
Well, hopefully
You
you
can have the
have a
right
good role model.
conversations.
You can have your parents to
Oh,
emulate,
there's no
or,
question about that.
you have to see something. He comes from a two-parent household. I didn't. But guess what? Me and my mom lived upstairs, and my grandparents were married for 60 years. That was my example. Even though my mom and dad did not make it, they met in college, had me. They didn't get married. So he knows what a good marriage is. I know what a good marriage is. You have to be able to see that. So that's why good programming on TV, like the Huxtables, and I understand Bill Cosby, and I'm not
Yeah, but
doing
that has nothing to do with
But
the show.
role models, you have to understand that it is doable in the Black community. You don't see it, so we don't know what it looks like.
Oh my God. Shantae said, "I took care of my partner when he had health issues and he still cheated when he got well." Now he's just an asshole.
Okay, karma.
Yeah, he'll trust me. The universe will catch up with him.
Yeah, you don't even have to worry about that. Just sit back. It will happen, because that's not right. But again, morally, I just, people morals are not the same. You just, like, I think Maya Angelou, right is right and wrong is wrong. And I mean, there is no fucking in between. You know what is right and what's wrong. Do the right thing. Period.
William said, "Nobody talks about how you handle things like boredom and routine." It's like you have to have a conversation with your spouse, and y'all have to find ways of
You take the lead. What do you
making
want to
things
do?
interesting.
You want to take a trip?
Exactly.
Plan a trip. Make sure, just whisk her away. Like, don't sit there and complain. Figure out some things. Make some adjustments. You be the spark.
Communicate.
Maybe she needs a spark. Sometimes you do get, in a
Fall into a
routine
routine and doing the same
break the
thing and
cycle. Do something out of
do
the
something
ordinary.
new.
Call her
Do
job. Get her
something
off
new.
for the week.
Hold on. We got to make a note of this.
Okay, babe. When I'm going, you stop me.
I
So now
apologize. Go ahead.
Okay,
No.
I'm listening.
It's all nope. I just wanted to make a note. Do something new. We should write that down because even you and I fall into routine, and we should once a month.
Do. I always got some shit.
Okay, but go ahead.
I always have stuff to do. He's the boring person. He don't want to go nowhere. He don't want to do nothing. Believe it or not, it's him. So what do? I take my money. I schedule trips and be like, partner.
But listen,
when he's there, he has great time.
Listen, hold on. But people have to be willing. I know this was an issue for us for a while, right? You'd be like, "You want to go with me?" I wouldn't want to go. I'm tired. I'm working. I'm doing whatever. You would get an attitude. Like, don't let me hold you back. You're a human being. You have the ability to go out, go with your friends, go experience, do whatever you want to do. I don't have to be there, right? So many people get trapped in, oh, if my spouse doesn't want to do it, then I'm going to sit here and get an attitude about it,
Well, here's
rather
the
than
thing.
finding something or some
You should
version
not,
of something.
you can't keep going to the Caribbean week after month with your girlfriend.
But that's not, no.
So
I'm not saying that.
Here's the thing. I want to do these things with you, but I understand like everything does not need to be done with you. And
exactly,
years ago,
you still have to have a life.
Of course, and I no longer do that once it clicked, and everybody it takes time to whenever you decide you want to do it. Now I have a life without you, and I love it, but I also love doing a lot of that, a lot of things with you. So I do some things with the girls, and then I do some things with you.
Absolutely.
But because the trust is there, you're able to do it. I'm not going to Caribbean meeting,
Dexter St. Jacques.
I was gonna say same thing over there. I'm truly with the girls, having drinks, doing whatever we do. Come back, I missed you. You know what I mean? Then I need to do the same trip or something different with my boo.
Hey, listen, I'm all with it. I just know that there's times
staycations. You got to get creative. Like this was supposed to be our staycation today, but because of family and everything, we didn't do it. But we'll get it in. Trust me, I'm gonna
Alan said, do you allow April to travel by herself? Yes.
I'm getting on the plane next week.
Exactly. Why would I not allow her to travel? Allow.
Yes.
No, go do you.
First of all,
enjoy yourself. Exactly.
Yeah, we can't do everything together for the rest of like I want to be with my girlfriend sometimes. My BFF is back in Jersey. I'll fly sometimes and stay a week. Like, hey, I'm gonna go see her. He has no problems. So
Victoria said her husband is the spontaneous one, and she just wants to stay home and chill, after a 9-hour shift. I get it. Sometimes you work your ass off.
Right.
You don't want to do anything. You're tired. And then you got a spouse who's like, oh, let's go do this. I'm like, no, I'm sleepy. Or I got more work to do.
Yeah, Sean, I do it too. You deserve to go to Vegas with your girls and chill and have a good time, There's
that's what I'm saying, Jocelyn. That was my thing. Allow April. I don't have to allow April. She's a grown woman. She growner than I am.
Yeah, and I do everything within reason. You know what I mean? I'm not out of this house 4 weekends out of the month chilling with other people. No, it's every 6 months or maybe once a year. I'll do that trip without him or do something, and I'm a mommy and me group. We do stuff all the time. We have a retreat once a year. It's for a weekend. We went to Vegas. We go all over the place. So he's kind of used to it. It's been like that for years, right? Over 20-something years where I do what I want. He, he can travel or do whatever. And I try and fit in some things for the family and some things just for him. So, yeah.
All right. We got to wrap this up. My food is over there, and I got to go out and tell some jokes. I'm getting my ass back on stage full time with the comedy, the jokey jokes.
And guess what? I can watch TV tonight and wait for you, and I don't have to go to work.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I got home Saturday from my Friday. Friday is when you work Friday into Saturday, so I didn't get home till almost 2 a.m. or whatever. And so when I finally woke up Saturday about 11. I was telling the kids, I am so excited. I got a 3-day weekend. I'm off Monday. We're off on Monday. We're off too. I was like, what are you talking about, Willis? It's Rosh Hashanah. I can't win.
Brittany Hall said, are you an AKA?
No, but I would have been.
You wouldn't have been no damn
I would have. Absolutely.
You went to DeVry.
Right. But if I would have went to a normal school, I would have been an AKA.
You went to DeVry talking about I would have been an AKA at DeVry.
Not at DeVry, babe. You're so stupid. No, God. I would have pledged AKA because all my girls are AKAs. They all think I am, but I'm not. Okay. Can I get an honorary
Nah, be situation? Quiet. No, you don't need to talk about that on here.
I was a cheerleader. I would have been right on schedule, but got involved with a boy. It's always a boy.
Wait, you was with somebody before me?
Okay, guys, let's wrap it up.
You was with somebody before me.
Okay, so what else? A Delta.
Yeah, that's not Delta Air. Okay, yeah. Okay, y'all had that conversation another time. We could be here.
But I'm not.
You ain't nothing.
Shut up. Oh, I can still be okay.
Be
Steven,
quiet. You doing y'all doing too much. All right, we gotta go.
how.
Relationships, love, and laughter.
I'm about to pledge,
Exactly.
bro. What?
You gonna pledge?
What?
You know what you gonna pledge? You gonna pledge relationships, love, and laughter. That's the only sororities and fraternity you gonna be in right now.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
We gotta go. I'm sorry. Y'all can always
Who just
inbox
told me
us.
last year that they was going to go pledge?
Don't. Why you stop getting into that? We don't need to have this conversation online. Okay. Stop doing that. Y'all can always or whatever get back to you as soon as we can. Mm-hmm. Basically, I'll get back to you. But I will tell April if you have a specific question for her. I'll say like, go and answer the question.
And I will come. I will answer it. But I'm on set all day. I can't have my phone out like that.
But we will get back to you. So, what else really quick? We almost hit 50,000. We'll probably hit 50,000 family members on the fan page. Week. Don't worry about last week. We're going to do it's going to happen this 50. Week. Stop doing that. All right. But so you guys make some room. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. We love y'all. Tell a friend to join the conversation because right now we got to go.
Boom, boom, boom. Who said April girl?
All right. Bye. Say goodbye.
No.
No, we gotta go. We gotta go. I gotta go eat.
I want to see the heart.
No, you'll see them later.
All right.
Bye.